Okay, thank you. So is there any questions right now that we have several people here, especially Dave? Anything that anybody would like to just raise their emoji hand, since I can't really see everybody? If not, like I said, go back to the person that invited you, or if you got a flyer. We did this oh, Dave has, great. Thank you, Dave. Can somebody unmute him?
All right. Well, first of all, there's 40 plus people on the line here today. That means that 40 people have been exposed to this truth. 40 people have been exposed to this issue, and this is a crisis. Honestly, don't deny that this is a real crisis affecting everyone. Whether you live near a golf course, whether you walk through the park, whether you simply have rain falling, onto your lawn, it doesn't really matter. The parts per billion can't be denied. 1 part per billion is known to be a danger. And we've got, if you know somebody's feeding their children Cheerios, if you know somebody who eats any of these foods that have been identified with massive amounts, now 74.5%, up to 75% of every single food item sold in the grocery store contains unacceptable levels of glyphosate. 90% of the beverages that are consumed by Americans typically contain unsafe levels of glyphosate. We are knowingly poisoning ourselves. We're knowingly poisoning our children. We're knowingly serving poison to our guests at dinner. And honestly, it's simply, we need to have a sea change. We need to have a revolution in this country where we stop allowing the billionaires to steal our health, to steal, and think about it, all the doctor bills. And here's the crazy part. The company that owns the drug that treats non-Hodgkin's lymphoma bought Monsanto. They bought Monsanto, the very company that is making the chemical that causes non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So this is literally a crime against humanity when the company that sells the chemical that causes the disease also sells the solution to the disease, so they benefit. They're getting both sides of their bread buttered, as my grandma used to say. And this is disgusting. It's unacceptable. And we need people with a little bit of guts, a little bit of courage, a little bit of common knowledge to say, you know what? I'm going to be one of these people to stop this. So I'm inviting you all to do that. There's no shame and there's no blame. There's only an invitation to join us and to do whatever you can do, however you could get it done.
Now I wish we would have kept the recording going, but Dave, I just want to thank you, but we have 60, and that's just people that we have on at 1 o'clock Pacific time. It's not people, it's this video is going to go out. This message is going to continue. So we do have a question. So if you can go ahead and get her to unmute, Vivian, feel free to ask your question.
Can you take this product if you're taking thyroid medication or any kind of medication? Does it interact with any kind of medication?
Angie, do you want someone else? Do you want to answer? You want someone else to answer?
Well, we always suggest that if you have any questions, you go to your provider, your health provider. But in all sense, personally, this is solid food. But there is some things that can contradict. So that we're not medical professions. So you need to really go through the channel. I did when I started my journey. And because I was in a wheelchair and because I fought for autoimmune diseases, I know that I would continue to be there if I hadn't been able to support my gut and get it regulated. Okay, Dave, we're going to go and have you answer too.
Yeah, so every one of these ingredients that I'm using is an FDA approved, for sale. It's a food. I didn't create or take any of these ingredients from another way. If you think about it, this was an industrial pipe cleaner that strips minerals out of pipes, it chelates the pipes, and this is obviously sounds dangerous, right? The glyphosate. So we have to ask ourselves whether the ingredients that I put together are all completely safe individually. You could take any one of them individually, and the fact that I put the three of them together doesn't change that. And so I would say, for sure, go ahead and ask your medical provider, but don't expect them to know a damn thing, because they just don't. They don't. So again, this is lactospore, which is nothing more than a prebiotic. This is, the same minerals that we put in, the same compounds that we put in so many different products and have for years, that just using them together in this unique way activates the body in its ability to release this toxin. It allows nutrients in and takes toxins out. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not making a medical claim. I'm not saying this, cures or mitigates any disease. What I'm saying is that it helps get clinically proven. It helps get bad stuff, really bad stuff, out of your body. It helps repair your gut in ways that nothing else has been shown to do. And when you have a leaky gut, when you repair gut permeability, there's no way that will be bad for your body. It means it helps keep the good stuff in. And that's what your body needs. And so again, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional, but I have been in this field for a long time. I've seen a lot of different solutions, and I've never seen anything that is as badly needed as this in my entire career. I've never seen anything that people need more than this at the very baseline to protect themselves and to allow their body the freedom to do what your body needs to do.
Thank you, Dave. One other subject, nobody has any questions, but one of the other subjects that really is important to me is the fact that you're such a advocate for plastic free. And because we know what plastic does to us, I think that that's a subject that maybe you can tap on aside of this. It's important for us to know how long, if we don't know how long plastic stays in our earth and how it affects our bodies, but what is your thought on plastic free environment?
Hey, Angie, before we go on to that, I don't know if Vivian had a follow-up question.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess Dave answered that question about, my question was, can you take the product if you're on thyroid medication or any kind of medication? But he kind of answered that for me. So that's what I was saying.
It doesn't remove drugs like a pharmaceutical drug that you're taking. It removes a chemical that should never be in your body, And so, of course, we've had tens of thousands of people taking this product, and we've never had an adverse report. We've never had anybody say after taking that, then my medicine stopped working or anything like that. And that's empirical evidence. It's not scientific, double-blind clinical study type evidence. But we have had enough empirical evidence that had we heard that or had we had reports of that, we definitely would be concerned. And so far we've had, like I said, tens of thousands of people using this product with excellent results. But it's a great question, honestly. And I wish we had scientific evidence to prove otherwise, but I only have the empirical evidence to offer you, and I'm sorry for that.
Probably should have gone out today if it didn't.
Okay. Well.
And I love your hair.
Late run, I was like, I can't go out.
Okay, Dave, I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted, I really believe and appreciate the fact that you are aligned yourself to be plastic free as well. So, and how much we really want to convey that, because it is important that we align ourselves with what we're putting in our body.
You know that currently every human being has the equivalent of one credit card worth of plastic. Every adult human has the equivalent of one credit card worth of plastic in their brain on average. And that's pretty disgusting that our brain is trying to work, but there's little pieces of plastic. And so I made the decision to put our products into plastic-free packaging, plant-based packaging, because I'm sort of disgusted with all these companies saying that they have, you know, healthy products, and then they give them to you in a packaging that is not healthy. And 99% of our products, I would say, I guess it's 98% of our products are in plastic-free packaging, with only one exception, and that's because, you know, the company that provides that product for us is not ready to make that leap, but we're pressing them hard. We make all of the other products ourselves. The one product that we buy from a medical doctor, isn't that a surprise, currently comes in plastic, but we're going to change that. Just as we refuse to accept the unacceptable, we will be changing that before you know it.
Thank you, Dave. Well, another subject that is close to my heart, and because I'm in the farming community and I work with farmers, is regenerative farming. So we're going to go ahead and close out, but I think that is a good subject to get an actual farmer that is producing a good crop here locally in our local area, and it's regenerative. So we're going to go ahead and close out and stay tuned, because I don't think this is the last time. Right, Dave? We're going to continue this.
We will be back. I think, as Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, we will be back.
Okay. Thank you all. Gracias. Gracias.
De nada, mi hermana.
Okay.